What can you learn about world literature from reading every single one of 120 winners of the Nobel Prize for Literature? What can you learn about world history? What can you learn about life? Because reading history, reading literature, after all, that's what it's really for, isn't it? To help you get along with your life. And has there ever been anyone who can say they've read every single winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature? Certainly before I began this little challenge that I'm doing on the Burning Archive YouTube channel, I'm Jeff Rich. I only read about, 40 odd of the Nobel Prizes for the winners of the Nobel Prize for Literature. But by October this year, I plan to have read every single one of the 120 winners and show you how you can do it too. I'm doing all the details of this incredible literary challenge, Ultimate Book Lovers Challenge, over at my Substack, jeffrich.substack.com. And in this video, I'm going to kind of introduce you to all of those 7 winners and point to you how you can read those people for free through various internet resources, which are really easy to get to. Well, relatively easy to get to. What about the winner in 1916? Well, we went from a kind of pacifist internationalist, a leftist, let's say, a progressive socialist, even sympathizer with the Soviet Union in 1915, to a winner from a neutral country, so not supporting either of the sides in World War One, a man called Verner von Heidenstam from Sweden. And there you can see him pictured there, sitting backwards on a chair. And he was a kind of a conservative poet and novelist from Sweden, a proud Swedish patriot who really was interested in Swedish history but had a bit of a gloomy outlook about, the potential of Sweden. He said, "You smile, my people, but with stiff moves, and sing, but without hope." And he was a bit opposed to how the crude modern world of early industrialism, early 20th century consumer culture was ruining art. He defended a more conservative view of literature against the great dramatist August Strindberg, and he wrote lots and lots. And over at my Substack at jeffrich.substack, you can actually read one of his poems, as well as the start of one of his stories, which actually goes all the way back to the wars between Sweden and Russia, and evokes some pretty ghoulish images of Russians at war. So he was by no means the first or the last Russian to anti-Russian sort of writer to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. You can also find his writings here on the internet at a link that I've got in my Substack. If you just check that out, you can sign up to my free weekly Substack and you'll get all the links and the resources there. And they're all in Swedish, and you can read an e-text or an e-pub, and you can, if you like, also read a sort of, you have to rely a little bit on the Google Translate to try to get them into English. So it's not easy, really, to read Verner von Heidenstam if you don't know Swedish at this point.